name is Amelie Theussen. I'm an assistant professor at the Center for War Studies at the International Politics section there. And I'm here because I teach some core courses of Moisel.
So my name is Olivier Schmitt. I am a professor MSO in the Department of Political Science and a member of the Center for War Studies.
I teach New Wars and Conflict on Moisel. That's on the second semester, one of the core courses there. And in that course, we look at sort of contemporary conflicts, the character of war, the question whether that has changed over the last, let's say, 50 years. Is there something particular about the type of wars we fight today, and what makes it special, and what does that tell us about future conflict as well? And then aside from that, I also teach our simulation games, where we have a voluntary one-day simulation in the first semester, and then an obligatory two-day simulation in the second semester, where we sort of combine aspects of politics and law and moral questions in crisis simulations that we designed particularly for Moisel. And one of them actually also won a faculty prize for interaction in IT, and we're quite proud of what we can do there.
I'm teaching Introduction to International Security, which is one of the core courses in the first semester of Moisel. In this course, what we are trying to communicate to students is the basic concepts that help make sense of the current security landscape. So we cover concepts such as coercion, compellence, deterrence, the security dilemma, all those that help make sense and help understand contemporary security situation. In a second part of the course, we apply those concepts to contemporary situations to help students understand how the concepts organize and help facilitate an understanding of contemporary security situation. So we cover topics such as the rise of China, terrorism, nuclear deterrence in the contemporary world, all issues that are of contemporary relevance, and really trying to combine both the intellectual, conceptual, and empirical aspects of international security. The Moisel program is pretty exceptional in Scandinavia and even in Europe. First of all, the program benefits from the fact that it is embedded within the Center for War Studies. Center for War Studies is an interdisciplinary research center at SDU, which is at the moment the largest research center in the European Union devoted to the study of war and peace in all their aspects. It's the largest in terms of number of researchers, and it creates an intellectual environment which is pretty unique and both challenging and stimulating. So that's the first strong point about Moisel, is that it benefits from a unique environment in Europe. The second aspect is the interdisciplinary dimension of the program itself. The fact that it is combining international security and international law. Students learn the fundamentals of both disciplines and learn how they interact. And it is also pretty exceptional. You don't find that anywhere else in Scandinavia, and it's quite rare in Europe. The third aspect is that because of this combination of international security and international law, students learn to understand contemporary security situations and tackle them from different angles. And those skills are extremely valuable on the job market.
Very interactive, and you have students that come from very different backgrounds, and that makes really interesting discussions and sort of in-class contributions from all kinds of different angles, which I really enjoy. And I myself learn a lot every time I teach, which is great, and which is exactly what I think it should be. Have this very open door policy, so we're approachable, the students are approachable, there's great sort of interaction going on, everything is discussion based, active. That sort of we put a lot of responsibility on the students in terms of sort of contributing to their learning, contributing in class, which means that we expect that students are prepared, but that's also very giving, I think, for both the students, because they are active learners, right? They take an active role in this. And for us, because we get very interesting inputs and we get these interesting discussions that I've been talking about. So that culture really, I think, gives a lot to everybody involved in it.
I will say that one of the advantages of the Center for War Studies is the very international composition of the teaching staff. I'm French. We have colleagues coming from Canada, from the UK, from Germany, from the US, from a diversity of places, and we also bring with us a diversity of educational backgrounds, and that gives a very rich, intellectually rich environment that is also pretty unique in Scandinavia.
As a former Mosel student myself, my best advice, I think, is to be open towards your fellow students. Like, get to know them, get sort of the best you can out of their positions, their views, try to interact as much as possible. And you actually might make friends that last you a lifetime, like I did, right? So I think for that, it's really great. You can learn from each other and you create this sort of community spirit that is really important and that you definitely can get. So focusing on that would be my advice. And that actually also expands, I think, to your teachers. So try to get to know your teachers. Come talk to us, see who we are, see what we do, and create lasting relationships with us as well.